welcome to another class of computer lesson. So last class we have already learned about how to write a programming code using conditions, if condition, that means applying conditions. What is the syntax of if? If there is a test condition, if it is true, then it will go to or perform action number 1. Otherwise, it will perform action number 2. Once again, let me explain. That is, if this is the keyword used for checking the condition. If, then test condition, test condition. Then, if the condition is true, then perform action 1. Then, if the condition is true, that is else, then perform action 2. Yes. So, this is the syntax for if conditions. If there is a test condition, then perform action number 1, then else perform action number 2. Then after that we did an exercise, an example of this question. Then next we are going to the next topic, that is else if. So what is the next topic? Else if. So look here, the syntax of else if is syntax of else if. So else if condition, else first if there is a test condition, then next, if the condition is true, then go to action 1. Else, then again an if condition, that is else if, next a test condition, then perform action number 2. Then next, another else condition, then if condition, test conditions, then perform action 3. So, if either the condition is false or true, that means first step, checking the first condition. If it is true, then perform action number 1. Then if it is false, perform action number 2. Again, if it is false, then perform action number 3. Again, if it is false, if the condition is false, then else part, action number 4. Then end. So here this is else if the condition is not true, then go to else part. Then testing again the condition. If that condition is not true, then go to another else part. If the condition is true, then perform action number 3. Otherwise go to else part, then perform action number 4. So, if no condition is satisfied, the program control will go to else part. If no condition is satisfied, then the program control will go to perform action number 4. So, let's take an example. So, the question is a program to make a user enter numbers between 1 and 3. The messages should be displayed as shown. Number entered 1, 1, then you press the 1. If you enter number 2, then press the 2. If you enter number 3, then you press the 3. So, first condition is num equal to 1, then press 1. Then if num equal to 2, then press 2. If num equal to 3, then press 3. Then print wrong number, enter. So end if, then next end. So let's do it. Okay, so first one, the question, enter numbers from 1 to 3. That means you can enter the numbers 1, 2 and 3. So you can enter which are the numbers? Number 1, number 2, number 3. So here we have 3 conditions. We have how many conditions? 3 conditions. So look here. If there is a variable num and this variable stores the value that enter using keyboard. So the condition, if num equal to 3, that means if you enter the number 3, then there is a print statement, print you have entered 3. You have entered 3. Yes. Then else part. So else if you enter number 4, then what about the condition? If num equal to 4, then there is a printing statement, you have entered 4. So print you have entered 4. Then next, else if num equal to 5, sorry, 1, 2, 3, then print you have entered number 3. You have entered 3. Then else if you enter any other number, that means there is no condition satisfied. So the printing statement is wrong choice or invalid number. Wrong choice. Then end the problem. So look here. Here we have options, 3 options. What are they? Number 1, number 2 and number 3. That means you have 3 choices. If you enter the number 1, then there is the printing statement, you have entered 1. Then if you enter number 3, then the printing statement is print, that is you have entered number 2. Then if you enter number equal to 3. That means just you enter number 3. Then a printing statement will display, that is you have entered 3. Else part. If you press number 4, what will happen? Then a printing message, that is wrong choice. That means if you enter number 5, so the program controller will check each of the conditions. First, it check the number 1. So 5 equal to 1. Is it correct or no? No, because 5 is not equal to 1. Then it goes to second condition. Check 5 equal to 3. Is it correct or no? No, because 5 is not equal to 2. Then it will go to third condition. If num equal to 3, that is 5 equal to 3. So is it correct or not? It's not, because 5 now is equal to 3. Then it will go to else part. That means there is no condition satisfied by 5. Then print wrong choice. So what is the output here? Wrong choice. Yes. Then next is the flowchart. Look here, page number 64. Start, accept num. Then is num equal to 1. Then if it's true, that means if the condition is true, then print you pressed number 1. Then is number equal to 3. If the condition above, or if the first condition is false, it will go to second part, that is num equal to 2. Then if the condition is true, then print you pressed number 2. Then if the condition is false, then it will go to third condition, is num equal to 3. That means press 3 and the printing statement print you pressed 3. Then next is print wrong number entered. Then stop. Another example, to print the grades as per the condition. If the marks greater than equal to 90, then you have got grade A. If the marks in between 80 and 90, then you got grade B. Then if the marks in between 70 and 80, then you got grade C. Then marks less than 70, you got grade D. So let's do the code using this if else statement. So the question is, so the conditions here, marks, grade, first condition greater than 80, then grade is A. Greater than or equal to 90, if a student got greater than or equal to 90 marks, then the grade is A. This is the first condition. Second condition, if the marks in between 90 and 80, between 90 and 80, then grade B. Then third condition, between 70 and 80, between 70 and 80, then grade C. The next fourth condition, less than 70, then grade is D. So here these are the four conditions. So let's do this. First CLS, SCLS means clear screen. Then input, to accept the input. So input, enter the codes, enter the marks. So we can represent using letter M. Then if M, first condition, greater than or equal to 90, then print A. Print statement A. Okay. Then else, if second condition between 90 and 80. So 90 less than equal to M less than 80. That means if MK greater than or equal to 80, then it is M greater than or equal to 80. That means here the numbers start from 90 to above. Here the numbers start from 80 to 90. 80 to 89, not 90, 80 to 89. That is else if M greater than or equal to 80, then THN, then print which is the grade. So you should be write inverted comma, then grade B, then end with another inverted comma. Then third condition is greater than or equal to 70. So that means the marks from 70 to 89. So here else, if M greater than equal to 70, greater than or equal to 70, then print which grade? C grade. So then print grade C. So this printing statement should be written within the codes. Then next last condition, less than equal to or less than 70, then what is the grade? D grade. Else if M less than 70, then print D. Then end program. End if, then end program. So once again, if the marks which is greater than or equal to 90, then print A. Then else if the mark greater than or equal to 80, then print B. Else if the mark is greater than or equal to 70, then print C. Then if the mark is less than 70, then the grade is D. So the flowchart becomes start, accept marks. If the mark greater than or equal to 80 or 90, then grade is equal to A. If the mark greater than or equal to 80, if it yes, then grade is equal to B. Otherwise, it go to another condition, that is marks less than or equal or greater than or equal to 70, then print grade C, then grade D. Then last print grades, then concluding, that means terminate the program, stop. The next part is using loop. Then what by loop? Loop means repeating statements until a condition is false. So what do you mean by loop? Loops are meant for the repetition of a particular activity. What do you mean by loop? Repetition of a particular activity. And a loop includes series of instructions which are repeated numbers of times till the conditions satisfied. So here loop means simply repeating the statements. Repeating, here statement means instruction. Repeating the same instruction until the condition satisfied. Repeating the same statements until the condition is not satisfied. So that means if condition satisfied, then will it repeat. If the condition is not satisfied, then it will exit from the loop. So there are an important loop named for loop. What is that? For loop. For loop. So here instruction at a particular time. An important loop is for loop. What is its name? For loop. For for loop. So for loop means the four next statements instructs the computer to repeat the instructions or set of instructions for a given number of times. Then there is a syntax for variable equal to start value to end value. For x is equal to 1 to 5. There is a start value and there is an end value, and between them there is a variable. For example, for x equal to 1 to 10. So here x is the variable. Then initializing x is equal to 1. So that is the starting point, and here ending point. Here is a starting value and there is an ending value. Then there is a variable x. So x, starting value, ending value. What is the syntax? For variable is equal to initial value to end value. So syntax for loop. Syntax for loop. That is keyword being for. Then next variable. Then equal to next initial value to end value. Initial value to end value. Here variable is x and initial value is equal to 1 and 2 is the word. Then final value is equal to 10. So let's take an example. Enter a name A. X equal to 1 to 5 means printing A. So that means print Ishi or any other number and up to 5. So let's take CLS. Then input to 5. Then print number. Then end. So what would be the output here? On what thing? Next x. Next means incrementing the value at a time. So here input a number. So you can enter a number. For example, now I entered 5. Then next checking for x equal to 1 to 5. That means initializing x is equal to 1. Now the value of x is equal to 1. And then next then print that number. So printing number is the output. Here is the input. So first we entered number 5. Now I entered, so the output 5. Then increment the value of x. So increment the value of x means x incremented by 1. So that means 2. The value of x equal to 2. Then print another number. So then next number you entered is print number means here we again print 5. Then now x value is equal to 2. Then next x value is equal to 3. Before that 5. Then next print the number. X value is incremented by 4. Then 5. Yes. Then 5. So now the value of x means the end condition value 5. So that it will end the program and exit from the loop. So once again, so here first CLS clear screen. Then next is input enter a name. That means input enter. You can enter any name from that. Then 4 x is equal to 1 to 5. X equal to 1 to 5. That means the initial value is 1 and the final value is 5. Then print a means you can enter a name here. That means that name will repeat the number of times. Here the number of times n time is 5. So that means that name will repeat until the 5. Then next x means incrementing the value of x by 1 at each time. So here CLS input enter name A. So here enter a name Ishi. Then for x equal to 1 to 5. Now the value of x equal to 1 and the program control will go to next statement, that is print A. So that first Ishi will be printed. So first Ishi printed here and then next x, that means increment the value of x by 1. Now the value of x equal to 2. Then next the program control will move to second next statement, that is print A. That means again print Ishi. So now second time printing Ishi. Then next x, that means increment the value of x by 1. So that now the value of x is 3. Then next x equal to 3. Then print A means print Ishi. So the third time print Ishi. Then next x, that means increment the value of x by 1. So the x value is 4. So 4x equal to 4. Then print A, that means fourth time print Ishi. So fourth time print Ishi. And then next x. So next x means increment the value of x by 1. So now the x value is 5. That is x equal to 5 print A. Print A means print Ishi. So fifth time printing Ishi and then print x. Next x means increment the value of x by 1. Now the value of x is 6. So here the condition is wrong. That means x equal to 1 to 5, not 1 to 6. So if the condition is false, then the program exits from the loop and the end program. So here finally the name Ishi will printed 5 times. So once again, what are the things we have learned today? At first we studied about applying conditions using if else. If there is a true condition, then go to perform action number 1. Otherwise it will go to else part. Then if there is any other else if condition, then check the condition and go to printing statement. Otherwise goes to else part. That is else if statement. Then we did an example. Then now next, using loop. Loop means a simple thing repeating the number of instructions at a number of time. So the first one is for next loop. For means there is a keyword and which contains a syntax for variable equal to initial value to end value. Initial value means the first value assigned to that variable and the final value means ending value. So next means incrementing the value of x by 1 until it satisfies the final number. So let's wind up this class. We will continue later with another topic. Thank you.